Trae Young is slowly but surely becoming one of the most disliked players in basketball, and I'm here today to make a video saying that I don't agree or understand this hate that he's receiving. But before we get into the video today, I'd like to bring something up. Less than 3% of the people who watch the videos are subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy this content and want to see more like it, make sure to drop a like and leave a sub. Trae Young is playing at a high level this year, and he's getting criticized for the way he does it. And he's not just being hated by the fans that watch the game. He's also being dissed by NBA coaches and NBA experts. And one person who's spoken out on Trae Young recently is former NBA player and current NBA coach Steve Nash. And for an NBA coach to speak out on a current NBA player is just totally unprofessional and disrespectful. Things like this should not happen in the modern day NBA. And if you disagree with me, let me put this into perspective for you. Trae Young said that when he was growing up, Nash was one of his role models, and he actually modeled his game after his. So imagine how hard it was for Trae to hear that Nash thought he didn't play basketball correctly. As if there's a wrong and right way to play a sport. Like Young said, I'm sure if he was playing for Nash, he wouldn't have an issue with it, and he for sure wouldn't go out and talk about it to the media. And the next thing I'd like to talk about is how good of a season Trae is actually having. In 34 games this season, Trae is averaging 26.5 points while grabbing 4 rebounds and nearly dishing out 9.5 assists. And he's doing this on pretty good efficiency, as he's averaging 43% from the field and 37% from the 3-point line. But because of the way Trae plays and the way he draws fouls, people won't respect the season he's having. Let me play y'all a couple of clips to show y'all what I mean when I say the way he draws fouls.
Lynn has a double-double in the game. He's played well in the second half, like we said.
Count it. Free throw for Trae Young. Game of
There's no offensive rebounding. Very limited offensive rebounding.
And Aaron.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the half.
Trae got the whistle.
Traffic jam there. Put up a tough shot.
And after seeing those clips, you probably assumed that both of those were offensive fouls. But what if I told you the refs called it on the defenders? And the result of that is that Trae gets to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. And Young is a very efficient free throw shooter, as he's averaging 87% for the year. So he's clearly helping his team by getting these foul calls. So why not abuse it? And it's not his fault that the refs are calling these fouls. So why should we criticize Young instead of criticizing the refs? Like I said in previous videos, the refs this season are horrible, and these calls are a prime example of that. But because the officials have no consequences for their actions, they're going to continue to call what they want to call. And we can't blame these players for using the bad officials to their advantage. And we especially can't single out Trae Young and act like he's the only one using this. I've seen dozens of NBA players do it, but they don't get criticized because they're superstar level players. 2 prime examples of this are Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry. Both of these players draw fouls like that on a night-to-night basis, but they don't get the backlash that Trae Young receives. And it's not just hate through Twitter or hate through the media, he's being robbed of recognition that he deserves. I think that there's a genuine argument for Trae Young to have been an all-star this year, but I don't even want to get into that. But what I do want to get into is there have been points this year where Trae Young has looked like an MVP, and we need to recognize that. Despite basically his whole team facing injuries this year, Trae has the Hawks 1 game out of a playoff spot. And isn't the point of basketball to make the playoffs and to win games? So in my eyes, Trae Young's having an amazing season, and I don't care how he scores those points. As long as he keeps the Atlanta Hawks winning basketball games, I will never complain about the way how he does it. And in my opinion, neither should you guys. Because yes, one of the reasons I'm making this video is to defend Trae Young, but the other reason is to help you guys understand it's not his fault that the refs are calling this. So let's please not act like it is. And that's all I have to say for today's video. So please let me know what you guys think in the comments on how Trae Young's playing this season, and if you care about how he earns his points. And once again, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content just like it, please hit the subscribe button, as I'm trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the month. And that's all. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.